Hi everyone, welcome back to GA Online Teaching. We are back, but on a Tuesday because yesterday was a public holiday. I hope everyone enjoyed the Human Rights Day. So today we are going to continue with algebraic fractions, and it was a series of lessons. If you remember, in the first part we did multiplication, addition, adding and subtracting of normal fractions. Last week we did the addition and subtraction of algebraic fractions. Please follow the link below to look at those videos. And today we are going to do the algebraic fractions, but the multiplication and division of them. Remember, we are going to follow the same rules for multiplying and dividing of fractions. So remember, when I'm multiplying fraction, it's always numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, then we simplify. Before we get to that, I first need to get rid of these brackets over here and over here. Now, the E in BEDMAS stands for exponents, meaning all of this inside of the bracket is raised to the exponent of 2. All of this inside of the bracket is raised to the exponent of 2 as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sort that part out. So, firstly, remember, I am using law number 1 of exponents, law number 2, law number 3 and 4 of exponents. If you do not know the laws of exponents, the link is below. Please search for laws of exponents under my folder grade 8 or 9. Okay, so 3 squared is equal to 9. X to the power of 4 raised to the power of 2. What happens in law number 3 and number 4? I multiply the exponents. So 4 times 2 is equal to 8. Y squared raised to the power of 2 is y to the power of 4. Remember, I don't add them, I multiply the exponents. Okay? The bottom stays as is, negative 6x to the power of 5, y multiplied by, there's nothing I can do with that just yet, so I leave it as is. Right, everything over here is raised to the power of 2. So what do you do with the exponents? You multiply them. So 3 times 2 is equal to 6. Y squared raised to the power of 2 is y to the power of 4. Excuse me. Okay. Then, remember, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Now, when that happens, I multiply numbers as normal, and when I multiply the corresponding letters, the exponents will add. Law number 1 of exponents. So, 9 times 2 is equal to 18. X to the power of 8 multiplied by x to the power of 4. What happens to the exponents? They add, and that becomes x to the power of 12. Y to the power of 4 times y is y to the power of 5. Everybody still with me? Divided by, right? Multiply these two denominators. Negative 6 times your imaginary 1 is negative 6. X to the power of 5 multiplied by x to the power of 6. 5 plus 6 is equal to 11. And y times y to the power of 4 is equal to y to the power of 5. Okay, now what do I do next? I divide. And remember, when I'm dividing, I divide normal numbers as is. And then when I'm dividing my letters, the corresponding letters, it is law number 2 of exponents, whereby my exponents, they will subtract when I divide. So 18 divided by negative 6 is equal to negative 3. Y to the power of 12 divided by y to the power of 11 is equal to y to the power of 1. And these two divide out, and this is my answer, negative 3x squared. Remember, it happens with all your laws of exponents. You need to know them in and out. Let's try example number 2 and let's see if our answers match. So in this example, I have the same question. The difference is I'm dividing the two fractions. Now, if I go back to 2 weeks ago, what do I do when I divide a fraction with another? Remember, I used the reciprocal. So I change my division sign into a multiplication sign, and the fraction after my division sign will also swap places. The numerator will become denominator, and the denominator will become the numerator. So x to the power of 3, y squared will be raised to the power of 2 becomes my numerator, and my numerator over here becomes my denominator. Right? The fraction in front stays exactly the same. So 3x to the power of 4, y squared raised to the power of 2, negative 6x to the power of 5, y. Now, what do I see? The same sum as the example number 1. A fraction multiplied by a fraction. Remember, I always convert that division sign into multiplication and I do the reciprocal. Now, I get rid of my brackets, both sides, and I say numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So pause this video and we see if we have the same answers. So I have 3 squared, which is equal to 9. X to the power of 4 raised to the power of 2 is x to the power of 8. And y to the power of 4. There's nothing I can do with this over here, so that stays negative 6x to the power of 5. Y multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2, which is 6. Y to the power of 4 and 2x to the power of 4, y to the power of 1. Now, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. 9 times 1 is equal to 9. X to the power of 8 multiplied by x to the power of 6 is x to the power of 8 plus 12 is equal to 8 plus 12 is equal to 14. Y to the power of 4 multiplied by y to the power of 4 is equal to y to the power of 8. Alright, let's multiply this 2 together. This negative 6 times the 2 is negative 12. If I multiply my corresponding x's, it is x to the power of 9 and y to the power of 2. Right, what's my next part? I simplify. What goes into 9 and 12? And that answer is 3. So the fraction simplified would be 3 over negative 4. Let's divide that to 14 minus 9 is equal to x to the power of 5. Y to the power of 8 divided by y squared is 8 minus 2 is y to the power of 6. And this is the simplified version of the whole question. If you notice, I'm combining the laws of fractions with the laws of exponents. Please make sure that you watch this video continuously because this pops up in grade 8, 9 as well as grade 10 and 11. Now until next time, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to GA Online Teaching. I'll see you all next week.